What is going on, Herd? Welcome back to the channel, and thanks for tuning in to another video. Yes, I did do some plastic surgery for Christmas, up to $100,000, alright? I was the best doctor in Los Santos. That's not what this video is about. What this video is about is this thing over here. Damn it, Black Sheep, you messed up again? Yeah, I messed up again. I recorded the whole thing. I had it all set up, but I didn't have commentary on. Alright, if you need the specifics, let's just go in there. Let's go in there. I'm just going to show you what I did. So armor, we didn't do that. Brakes, nah. Bumpers, we did do a bumper. This front delete, it was like 7,000, right around 7,000, something around there. Also did the rear, it was like 40, like 5 grand, something like that. Engine, we put in all the way. Exhaust, I kept it stock because I didn't like the look of the oval. Explosives, no. Fenders, I did round it off, got rid of that extra trim. There you go. Horn, no. Lights, no. Livery, we did go with the reporting for duty livery, the rust. You could also go with this one. This looks pretty cool, but since we did go with this one, I did the olive drab. Plate, didn't mess with the plate. Respray, we did the olive drab on both. Actually, we did the matte olive drab, and again, guys, if you're looking at that livery with the rust and it's glossy, it's because you got to change your change this first. I actually kind of like the look of that. I think we're gonna go with that. We're gonna change it to dark earth. Secondary, we went with that like a matte. I think it's a matte light gray. Yep, kind of brings out a little bit of accent of that style that we're going for there. No crew emblem. Arch covers. We got rid of the arch covers. That's another big one. Yeah, because I don't see this being too stanceable. I mean, yeah, you can probably stance it, but it's just too risky. I'm going to make it easier on myself for this video. We're going to go that way. Suspension, I didn't do anything because, well, I'll show you here. Once we get out there, I don't really trust it. So we're going to leave that alone. Transmission all the way up, turbo, put it in. Wheels, we put muscle wheels on there. Painted them black. Limo window tint. That's about it, guys. And out we come with this. And as I said earlier in the video, right now we drop down, we start driving. It lifts up. We drop it down. It lifts up. Drop down. And of course, yes, we probably will be able to get some good drifts in this thing in the snow, needless to say, no matter what. But I really want to take it to a track that I can mess with anything. Just get me a place where there is no snow. As much as I want to spend all my time in the snow, I want to see if this thing legitimately drifts for you guys. But yeah, as I said, I just brought you through and showed you some of the customizations. There really isn't a lot. You're like, hey, show me the bumpers. There's like 2 rear bumpers. It's a chrome bumper that's pretty much just like the stock one. The front one is just different variations of the chrome bumper. Other than that, you've seen the wheel wells and the trim removed. It's it. Other than that, it's the liveries, paint, wheels, all that good stuff. All right, but it is a pretty cool looking car. I can't deny that. But as I said, that's not what this video is about. We're going to see if this thing drifts. Alright, here we go, guys. So basically, I had to go into Creator. I had to make a new race. I made a land race. I set the weather to clear. So I'm hoping what that does is kind of gets around the snow. I want to give you guys a good, accurate does it drift. Otherwise, I got to go and do it a different way that I'm not really all that fond of doing. But we'll still be able to get you a somewhat accurate way on that as well. Alright, I think we finally got in here. Let's see if this works, though. Nope, it didn't work. No matter what, you have to play in the snow. But I do have a way around this thing. We are in a race, so we're going to go over and we're going to go into the parking lot. I don't think it's going to stance. Let's figure it out, though. Oh, gee. Wow, that was way too easy to figure out. Back there. For sure. Right back in that area. Kind of come at a little bit of an angle, hit that rear wheel well. That's going to do it for the rear. Now the front. If you're wondering why the hell are you shooting your wheels, it's because this is how you drift in GTA. You don't pull the handbrake and turn left or right. That's not how you do it. Well, you do, but that's only a small portion. If you're really drifting in GTA, you're doing it right. You are clutch kicking. You are using the speed boost glitch. Yes, they're automatic cars. No, they don't really have a clutch, but use your damn head. Realize what's going on here. So the front stanced normally, and the rear had to be, I mean, there's no damage on the actual body itself because there's a big fat lip in that rear wheel well there. Alright, so we're going to move right up over here. This is where our deal is. Yeah, wrong way, because we're in a dang race. I thought it was going to help us, but, oh. What really happened here? What is really going on? How can I not even burn out by holding? There we go. Or not. I'm gonna say, is this happening? Come on now. This car's too dang low. Just gets hung up on stuff. Yeah, it really, I don't know, it's a weird car, and I almost think that maybe, I don't know, it's really hard to give you guys a good, accurate does it drift while the snow is here. So a lot of people wanted me to do the Yosemite truck, and it's like, I'm just gonna have to hold off on the does it drift until the snow depletes away, because it's just, I don't know. All right, so let's go hit the snowy roads. Let's go see how those are, realistically speaking, out here. All right, the up and down, lower and an upper and thing, I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, yeah, I get it. Straighten that out. Immediate snow all over the car. The clutch kick is, like the speed boost glitch in this car is not very long lasting, let's say that. Of course you're going to be able to drift dang near any car out here in the snow. That's the beauty behind it, I guess. Oh. Speedometer in this game is so broken. Oh no, and the brakes are broken in this car too. Apparently going 130 miles an hour even. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to grade this thing off of what I did in the parking lot, because obviously it's slick and it's not really readable, and I'm not really used to the snow yet and all that good stuff. So I'm going to give this thing a grade. It's not the best drift car. Will it drift? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing will drift, especially in the single gear circumstance. The speed boost glitch, I don't know if it's necessarily the best. From what I could do, it was a short lasting speed boost unless you had the car pretty dang sideways, and then you were kind of more so just relying on the car's power to do the spinning. You would do small throttle control increments. Like I said, it has a little bit of a straightening out aspect too that I'm not a big fan of. And it does have that spin out factor. I know that spin out factor will translate. I don't know. It's just a weird car. It's not meant to be a drift car, but this is my way of reviewing cars and showing you guys what it's about and how they handle and my little opinion on it. Of course, I'm going to give this thing a grade in the drift circumstance, because that's what my channel is about, is drifting and rally racing. And this thing is definitely not a rally racer. It could possibly maybe have the handling of a drift car, and so we tried it out, and yes, it does kind of in a little bit. It's not a drift car, but neither is a Mercedes-Benz or an Aston Martin, and those are a couple of our best drift cars out there. So we grade these things on 3 aspects: cost, driftability, and efficiency. Each aspect, 10 available points. Now, when we do give these things a grade in each aspect, we keep an account on the rest of the field that the cars are up against: the Rapid GT, the Banshee 900R, the Schwarzer. Those cars that actually do drift quite well in the game, and really most of the community, you will see them. The Comet is also another one that's more and more rising. We are hoping and praying that a good car will come out of this update, and people want to keep updated on these cars as they come out, should they go spend their money on it. Now, apparently, I got duped, and this thing's free on Christmas, but it's Christmas right now. Like, literally it's Christmas right now, and it wasn't out yesterday, so I don't know, whatever, okay, whatever. So I had to pay $500 and some thousand for this car. High-end $500,000, it was like $585, something like that. I can't quote exactly how much it was, but it was something along those lines. Delivery was like $25,000, paint was pretty cheap, wheels pretty cheap, all that stuff is pretty affordable. But let's say that you're in the $700,000, well, with the turbo $50,000 engine, transmission, yeah, I guess you're a little bit higher up there. Let's say probably around right around $750,000 to $800,000. Let's say that. $750,000, $800,000. Now you can get like 3 good drift cars for that amount of money, and they don't, I mean, so if you don't own those cars, the Schwarzer, even the Futo probably falls into that. It's not the most competitive car, but it's still fun to have. So cost, realistically, I'll give it a 2. Maybe I'll give it a 3 actually, just because it does somewhat drift, and it's a unique car, new in the game. I'm sure some of you guys want to pick it up. Let's do 2.5 on the cost, realistically, actually. Snow, pretty fun to drift in, but we're not judging it on the snow performance. We're judging it on the performance overall in driftability here, mainly on the normal map. What we deal with, whatever, 360 days of the week, whatever. I don't know how long this is going to stick around, a week or something, few days, whatever. And there's just a lot better in drifting. This isn't one of those cars that's like, yes, they finally added in a new one. It's definitely not one of those ones. Does it drift? Yeah, kind of, as we're showing here, but it's like a very specific style. Even like it's the single gear drifting, as I said before. It's almost like it's not even it's not really even a high-speed drifter, in my opinion. So driftability is where I have to hit it even further. I'm only going to give it a 2 here. Does it drift? Yeah, in a sense, but it's not a drift car at all. So that's going to bring us into efficiency. Really, it didn't stance, but it stanced pretty easily once you figured out how it did stance. Well, really, it did stance, technically, but you know what I'm saying. It didn't stance normally with just shooting the hub. You had to shoot the rear wheel well. Actually back in there where you see the meat of the wheel well. I shot back in there and then it stanced up normally, and the front did stance normally. So I'm not going to hit it too bad in efficiency, but the problem is for the cost scoring so low and the driftability scoring low, what is it efficient once you stance it with? It's not. Look at the turning radius on the wheels up here. It's not very good. Okay, this isn't a drift car, guys. So I am only going to I'll give it a 4 for efficiency, because you will be able to stance this thing up in a free mode and have some fun with it. And maybe you just want to get it to go drift out in the snow with. Who am I to tell you not to get it? I'm just giving you my opinion, and maybe you want to get it for even whatever. I don't really care what you get it for. I'm just telling you, these are my opinions. You take it as a grain of salt, and you do what you want. But I know a lot of people wanted me to check out the Hermes, whatever it is, the Hermes. And so I definitely did, guys. I always try to maintain as much as I can. Of course, I can't do what everybody wants me to do, or I would just be flat broke 24/7 in this game. So what does that come to? A 2.5, 8.5 on this beast. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the video if you're sharing the video. If you're not sharing the video, share the video, damn it. All right? That's how we get our growth on. We'll get real swole, all right? All right. As always, guys, I hope you all stay happy, stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.